Well, hello. Today I'm going to review and do Easter eggs of Rick and Morty Season 3, Episode 2. It's a great episode, but just because it's Rick and Morty, and even that this is one of the worst episodes of Rick and Morty, it's still a good episode, I would say. But, well, we have today, yeah. I'm going to start today with the Easter eggs. First is reference to Romancing the Stone, a movie of 1984 with the title reference. Then there's a reference to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome of 1985 because there is a Blood Dome, a reference to the Thunderdome, which is also what Rick originally refers to it in the episode. There's a reference to The Simpsons when one of the city dwellers is wearing a Bart Simpson shirt. And a spoof will be Mad Max Fury Road, the movie Mad Max Fury Road, the apocalypse where Rick, Morty, and Summer visit. It's a direct parody of Mad Max Fury Road. Well, Rick and Morty has finally returned. This is what I wrote when this was over. And for good this time. No longer are we awaiting an actual release date. The second episode kick-starting the third season of Adult Swim hit animation, whereas the surprise season premiere was a high-concept stunner, featuring a ton of canonical reference. Rick Man's Stone was somewhat subdued, the central focus being Beth and Jerry's divorce. Immediately, the effects of their breakup are seen. Morty and Summer have become reliant on Rick for distraction. The trio, adventuring around the cosmos to get away from their broken family. Rick, being Rick, is willing to employ the duo like an Olympic athlete coach, taking the duo to a Mad Max-esque world where this week's adventure almost solemnly takes place. On a planet, the stalkers roam around, destroying everything as they see in their search for gasoline. After one group chases one our beloved for some time, Summer takes charge. This is actually a big episode for Summer. Like we have in season 3 episode now, a big episode for Beth, and in episode 5 we get a big episode of Jerry. This is the best episode indirectly for Summer. Actually, it's Summer who takes the lead from here, rather than work out those family issues. She becomes swept up with the sacred way of life, and she said one of my favorite quotes in the episode. Jesus Christ, did the boom boom blow up all your wordy word books? You mean dictionary? Well, yeah. Rick and Morty has always thrived with mocking genre cliches. Rick Man's the Stones being a brilliant takedown of post-apocalyptic film tropes. Meanwhile, the Rock MacGuffin, Rick needs a distraction. Enter the Thunderdome, knows the Deathstalkers at the Blood Dome, where scavengers fight to the death, because that's what scavengers do. Morty's arm gets pumped full of arms DNA. His muscles growing up huge and killing multiple scavengers in the arena. Helping Morty work through the pain of the divorce, while also exacting the armed revenge. We're making some serious discoveries about muscle memory, another great code. Growing a taste for blood, Summer and Morty refuse to leave the planet with Rick, both choosing to remain wasteland warriors rather than deal with their issues. Rick, of course, thinks he's better than everyone else, returning home without them and replacing the kids with robots. The real genius of Rick and Morty lies with Rick, while he's constantly reminding everyone they're replaceable, whether with robots or versions of themselves from other dimensions. The granddad actually cares. The divorce is causing him some issues. The scientist briefly admitting as much is tightly one narrative that makes you constantly question Rick's nihilism. Numerous times we've seen this Rick, the rickest of all the Ricks, go on huge benders, but family brings him around. This is a funny part of the episode that is the robots that Rick creates for Beth. I always confuse them. And yeah, it's funny because you see how the robot of Morty comes like, the first we have that in some other episode we have the robot that pass butter, and then he asks, "What did I do? You pass butter? Oh God, something like that, right?" He's like, That's all I have in life. And then this is a moment of Morty when he says, I want to be free, I want to master, I don't know. Well, he wants to be grade free and he doesn't want to be a normal robot being programmed and all of stuff, and that's pretty funny. And this is one of the best jokes of this episode. There wasn't very good jokes, but yeah, it was one of the best parts. We see Summer taking, like, after she gets out of the dimension of the Mad Max dimension, we see Summer giving Jerry a skull of the first mutant, let's call them, of he kills, and that he needs to move on and all of that, and not getting it, keeping her doing shit of himself. Then he gets a check of unemployment check, and yeah, you keep hearing it in the air, and the dog wants the check or the probably job thing, and not the chips, and that's pretty funny. This is not the worst episode of Rick and Morty, but it's the 9th worst episode of Rick and Morty, because it's worse than episode 9, the best episode. Well, here we see the isotope 322. That is the rock they're primarily talking about in the in the episode. This glowing mineral that acts as an energy resource. This is what happens 3 weeks later. They're still in there, and bet it's still with the Morty and Bet robots, and Summer and the other men with the bucket head married, and they watch TV. It's like they already have evolved with electricity, and then they divorce, and then Summer happens the same thing of Bet, and she experienced that and kind of comprehend what happens. This is a funny scene because, oh, my sister just the spaghetti, because he stopped them because they're getting like, they're in a way convincing Bet to get again with Jerry, but Rick stopped him before that. Yeah, this is the moment where Bet says, I need to talk to Jerry, how the kids are taking this so good, but they're actually not. They're actually modern people, mutants, humans, scavengers, with blood. And this is kind of the thing they have to take out. They have to take out the anger. What if they want to be together? If Jerry is so devastated, he needs to talk with Bet and all of that. That's what Morty says and all on that. Then we see the bucket character that's portrayed by, let me see, by Joe McHall. And yeah, we see almost every episode like what's it called? A character like, well, imitation, like for characters. So yeah, we see Morty, Summer, Rick staying there, and Rick says, well, we stay here alive. That I think will be like 20 years, talking about the radiation that's there that caused the boom boom. And then the arms gets out with the rock through the blade. Rick, yeah. So this is a great TV show. They actually eat human flesh. So that's all for today. I'm going to do later maybe a Pacific Rim or Pricing trailer reaction plus review. Maybe not a reaction, but yeah. And well, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do Rick and Morty Pickle Rick, and maybe another episode of Hot Trailer. Thank you very much, and please subscribe.